we report on stuff like this, sometimes it makes me reevaluate what we're doing around here. Maybe the way we've structured the office a little bit may be wrong, because we are probably, I mean, in terms of miles, we couldn't be more than, 15 miles, not even from Long Island, right? I mean, literally part of Long Island. I mean, technically. But maybe, I don't know, 5 miles. You're out in Long Island. I think people would identify in that way, 5 or 6 miles. And, of course, with traffic, that'll take you about 12 hours. But nevertheless, the idea that we have not reported on the stories, plural, of how MS-13 had occupied and taken over various communities within miles of where we are is a damn embarrassment to me. And I know that we have failed in this regard because Donald Trump told Maria Bartiromo that...
Did you do that on purpose, or do you want her actual name?
What is her real name?
Bartiromo.
Bartiromo.
What was it? Bartlet-Romo?
I don't know. I mean, look, I'm too confused.
Bartiromo.
You know what? My understanding is that she'll agree to anything you say to her, according to this interview. So here is Donald Trump talking about how right in front of our faces, he cleared up this problem.
In the meantime, we have to have strong border protection. We have to have strong borders. We don't want crime. The Democrats want to have no borders. They want to get rid of ICE. You know, ICE is
I was just going to say that. Yeah. The 28-year-old socialist that just beat out Joe Crowley.
Pause it for 1 second.
ICE.
I don't know if I've seen anyone have more enthusiasm about anything ever than Maria Bartiromo jumping in to pre-agree with Donald Trump here. All right, just go back a little bit.
She doesn't pre-agree. I love it.
The 28-year-old socialist that just beat out Joe Crowley says abolish ICE. And get this, more Democrats are getting in line with that. Kirsten Gillibrand today saying we need to abolish ICE.
Well, I hope they keep thinking about it because they're going to get beaten so badly. You know, ICE, these are the guys that go in and take MS-13 and they take them out because they're much tougher than MS-13, like by a factor of 10. And these are the ones,
10
you
times
get rid of
tougher.
ICE, you're going to have a country that you're going to be afraid to walk out of your house. I love that issue if they're going to actually do that. They're seriously talking about that because you are going to have a country that's crime-ridden. The Border Patrol agents, ICE, these people are incredible. They were the ones, actually, when Melania went down, she was talking about the Border Patrol agents, not the ICE, because she doesn't see. But ICE, Border Patrol, these are incredible patriots. What? The job they have is so dangerous. You know Long Island very well, right?
Well, catch and release. I mean,
well, how about Long Island?
Right.
They go into Long Island. They actually liberate towns. They liberate towns. These are incredible people. If the Democrats go left, okay, if they do that, like I always say, Maxine Waters is their new leader. Between Maxine Waters and Nancy Pelosi and getting rid of ICE and having open borders, and the biggest thing, you have open borders, all it's going to do is lead to massive, massive crime. That's going to be their platform. Open borders, which equals crime. I think they'll never win another election, so I'm actually quite happy about it.
Well, first off, let me talk about the liberation that has taken place of Long Island towns, the multiple liberations of towns, where Long Islanders came out with candy, flowers, cigarettes to give to the...
It is a GI. Thank you. Now I can go back to the Foot Locker.
It is an
thank
ice.
You for liberation. It is an ice. It is an ice.
They liberated us.
Now we can go back to the
totally
overpriced
liberated.
sushi place.
And I mean, I wonder where they pushed. They must have pushed ICE people into the
Hamptons, actually.
Into the Hamptons,
deeper
right?
into the island.
Because they haven't come to Brooklyn.
No.
Or maybe they swam across the channel and went over to like New London, Connecticut, or something. Maybe
that's
over
actually
to New Haven.
They're holding strong in Montauk.
That's right. There's one. Their supply lines are a little bit. They're getting money. They're getting supplies from the ocean.
I do picture like MS-13 leaders watching that interview and being like, Melania doesn't what?
First off, the fact of the matter is that I don't know if there was one documented arrest of an ICE agent of an MS-13 member at the border. Don't you think we would have heard about it by now?
I think we would have.
I mean, it would be plastered everywhere.
Now, with it.
I mean, we do live in a bit of a bubble, you know. It's like that New Yorker cover, you know, Long Island. Where's that?
It's impossible, but we do know that ICE is stopping people on buses. They're rounding up people who work in farms. That's the classic MS-13 move. Pretend you're a farm worker. Work on the farms until we activate your sleeper cell.
Well, yeah,
it's just
that is
unbelievable. But
right.
What's really sad about this is it's too bad that there was no journalist even remotely around Donald Trump when he said that to say, hey, wait, what? Liberate Long Island? Do you think Maria Bartiromo has any questions as to whether or not there's been cities in Long Island that have been liberated from MS-13? Do you think that she's actually like sitting there going like, oh yeah, no, of course, I read about that?
I think that she doesn't even. I think it's almost like precognition. She cares so little either way.
She's not at CNBC anymore, right? She's at
Fox Business.
Okay, I was going to ask a question like, how could someone actually maintain, even someone pretending to be a journalist at a news outlet who allowed for, never mind the entire interview, which is a joke, very much like that, but sits there and allows for that to be said and just is like, yeah. I mean, it's
actually, I mean, the problem is always.
She's one of the best in the business.
Yeah,
she's one of the best in the
not
biz.
Stunning. It's absolutely be expected. And also, just as always, I love to note that it was founded in LA in the 80s. It's an American gang.
There you go.
I'm still stuck on the image of MS-13 like holed up in the surf lodge in Montauk. Like, we got enough oysters and rosé to last all summer.
That's right. They're going to just sit there and nothing but a rosé.